thought I might share my Kong stuffing session today and talk a little bit about toys and busy type toys that keep our dogs occupied, which are great for times in the crate or when we put our dogs out in the kennel runs. Today I have a bunch of Kongs to stuff. I have some marrow bones. I like to use marrow bones. I always buy them from the store. Of course, they're stuffed with marrow and have meat on them at that point. Throw them in the freezer and give them to the dogs. Once they're cleaned out, I kind of recycle them and do the same thing as I do with Kongs by stuffing some of the good stuff inside. Disclaimer, a dog can break their teeth on marrow bones. It's a chance I take. It just is a very handy thing, and I use them. I so far have had no one break their teeth, but there's no guarantee. I always look for bones that are pretty thick. Once you see them starting to wear, or if they're thinner, they can break off pieces, I would throw that in the garbage. But I always like ones that are very thick, probably not going to break off and have ragged, jagged edges. So my first one I'm going to do, I have some yogurt, and I have a very ripe banana. We always save our old soft bananas for the dogs. You can use a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, even meats, anything that's safe for dogs to have, and anything that of course can freeze, because we can freeze it so it keeps them occupied for a longer time. Just going to mix this up. Other things I like to use is some pumpkin, peanut butter. Peanut butter, of course, we have to be careful and make sure that there are no additives in it that are harmful for dogs. I always like to look for peanut butter that has nothing but peanuts in it. Okay, I'm getting this banana all nice and smoothed in. I also use regular kibble as a nice filler. It's something the dogs are used to. It's not going to upset their intestinal tract. And then I add some treats as well. Let me go grab those. So just to make it a little extra tasty, I like to add in some different types of treats. Today we'll use some Charlie Bears, and we'll use some Mandy's. Mandy meats are some of our favorites. This is a freeze-dried meat. They are a little thick, so I will break them up. The dogs love them, and like I said, it's just a little extra treat to make this special. Don't overdo it. Like I said, you don't want to upset the intestinal tract. Luke is chewing on a Kong now as we speak. So I also wanted to talk about toys. I noticed that Luca was getting pretty naughty lately, grabbing things she shouldn't have and having a grand old time running around the house with them. And it made me realize that dogs are like kids, and they very often get tired of the same old toys. So I think it's a good idea if you have a whole bunch of toys to maybe put some away. Take them out and it's a brand new toy. Or of course, go buy toys. We have a monthly subscription to Super Chewer. So once a month we get a box full of toys and really great treats. And again, some of those are going into today's Kongs as well. Okay, so stuffing these can be messy. I'm going to keep it simple today and use a spoon, but they do have certain types of jars or squeeze containers you can use. Fill it up and then you can just squeeze it right in. Dollar store is always great for those kind of things. But I'm just going to do a couple so you get the general idea. Like I said, this can be a little messy. I wash my Kongs. These actually were all put through the dishwasher. Kong also makes a special brush you can get and use to clean them out, or just soak them in hot soapy water overnight and then rinse them out, but they really should be washed because the dogs don't always get everything out. Keep a handy basket. I'm going to put a piece of foil on the end. And these will go in the freezer, and they're right there and handy for whenever I want to give the dog something to keep them occupied. I also wanted to talk about other busy type toys. This is a really cool thing. This is a Squirrel Buddy, and you can put dog food in it. You don't want to put anything bigger than kibble because the dog can't get them out, but these are really cool because you could put a whole meal in here, and if you have to leave the puppy or leave the dog and it's around mealtime, give them this. It's got their dinner or their breakfast right in it, and it's going to keep him or her pretty busy. They have to roll it around and the treats slowly fall out, so that's really cool. The other thing I wanted to mention with Kongs, same thing along the lines of the Squirrel Buddy, is you could just fill the Kong with kibble. You really don't want to give your puppy anything new that might upset its digestive system. Put breakfast or dinner in here. Take a little bit of canned dog food, not much, and just seal the end. Stick it in the freezer, and breakfast or dinner is there, and it's going to keep Pup busy for quite a while. And I'll make a mess. So those are some ideas. You can find plenty of recipes and lists of ideas to stuff Kongs with online. I know Kong, the company itself, has a really great list on their website. Find out what your dog likes and make them happy. Hope that helps. Thank you. Here's Luca with her Squirrel Buddy. Rolls it around, gets some kibble, eats a little, really stretches mealtime out. Our friends Brendan and Kat turned us on to the Squirrel Buddy way back with the Colt Test litter. They have Ruby June. I believe we got Squirrel Buddy on Amazon. I'm sure either Amazon or Chewy would have them. There's also plenty of other toys that you can put food into, puzzles and whatnot. Just a great way to keep your pup busy.